อมสวยแรน
We must enter the cave and see this tear for ourselves. A tear in the fabric of reality. Not only have the threads been parted, more pieces know what's happening here. An unexpected reaction, but it tells us much.
What started as instabilities in the threads of fate have become tears in the fabric of reality itself. The Great Eye's worst fears have come to pass. Somehow, some way, Athelia is responsible for this disaster. I can feel it in my seventh appendage. I'm saying that before I returned to get you and Laramil, I examined a number of these instabilities. Some in the Telvanni Peninsula, even a few in Apocrypha. If they all grow into these reality tears, well, we're all doomed is an understatement. Now you doubt my expertise? Look, we only detected these instabilities because of their effect on nearby threads of fate. And that reality tear, if I didn't have all my eyes on it, I wouldn't even know it was there. This is Athelia, all right. I'm not sure we can fix them. Our best chance is to find Athelia and return her to her prison. And you have the relics to do it. We just have to figure out how to restore their depleted energy. Let me think. Here, I've marked your map. Take Abolisher to the Telvanni Peninsula, the Lamp to Westweald, and the Skein to Apocrypha. I'll send help to meet you with directions on how to restore the relics. Meanwhile, Laramil and I will try to locate Athelia.
We shall send Gadain, Baragon, and Tribune Leia to assist you, Proxy. Meet us at Baragon's townhouse when you have restored the relics. And, if you would, convey my regards to Gadain.
Over here, comrade. Perhaps you can make sense of what the Watchling told me. The friendly Daedra Scroot sent me to meet you, comrade. She and Laramil told me some strange things, but after everything that happened in Westweald... Anyway, I'm here to help. Indeed. Apparently the workers in this camp discovered an ancient shrine to Azura before they were overwhelmed. Laramil suggests that if you hold the Lamp of Clarity close to the shrine, Azura herself will restore its energy. The shrine to Azura should be on the east side of the lumber camp. Let's go find it. What? After everything with the recollection, you think I wouldn't want to see this through to the end? When Laramil summoned me and Scroot explained things, I readily agreed to help. Now, let's get moving before reality breaks down around us. The Wildburn was not kind to this place. Let's locate the shrine, but remain vigilant.
Screaming stopped. Do you think Haldane's all right?
Haldane bought us time. Let me work and we can make sure his sacrifice was worth it.
Onward and upward!
The Wildburn was not kind to this place. Let's locate the shrine, but remain vigilant.
will pay off the debt now. You! Traveler, over here!
This way, friend. Scroot told me to meet you. It's good to see you, friend. I was surprised when Scroot appeared, and I hoped she would send me somewhere not quite so otherworldly. But I never hesitated. I'm happy to assist you. Still, if we can avoid those reality tears, I'd be grateful. Yes, but I'm not sure I understood it all. Apparently you have a map that's also a Daedric relic? Scroot says you need to get it to something immersed in the energy of Mephola. That will restore its power. Have you seen Laramil recently? Her regards? She did? What were Laramil's exact words, friend? No, not now. We're in Apocrypha, and we have a task before us. We must get your map to something sacred to Mephola. As luck would have it, Scroot knows of a ship here in Fathom's Drift called Stormspinner. It was carrying items sacred to followers of Mephola, and she thinks you can use them to restore the relic. Scroot said that the ship was overloaded with amulets, statuettes, and other Mephola paraphernalia. But we're looking for bolts of silk cloth spun by devout worshippers of the Lady of Whispers. The ship was lost at sea and wound up here. Fathom's Drift. Imagine. Laramil's answer can protect us both.
Confound it!
And that's done. What's next?
Laramil's amulet can protect us both.
Perhaps we'll discover
Where are all the
something new
workers?
here.
The Overseer was supposed to meet me hours ago.
You made it. I was worried one of those reality tears got you. Laramil and that floating ball of eyes told me to meet you here. They explained all about the reality tears. They sound terrible. What's going to befall us next, I wonder? She did. According to Scroot, there's an old forge deep within the mine that's dedicated to Boethia. Laramil and her believe that if you present the sword at the forge, Daedric energy will once more flow into the blade. The entrance to Boethia's forge should be somewhere in the northeast section of the mine. Boethia created Abolisher, so it stands to reason that a forge built to honor her might be able to restore it. Master blacksmiths dedicated the forge back when Daedric worship was more widespread. It became a Quama mine much more recently. Quama always make me uncomfortable. Let's find the forge and get out of here. That's the forge. Ever notice that no matter how ancient... Follow my lead! Crap! Acorns! Look at Abolisher! It surges with power again!
Lower your weapon. I see you are still at the beck and call of the lying Prince of Fate. I do not seek to be your enemy, mortal. Before we irreversibly cross a threshold from which there is no return, I would reach an understanding between us. Existence! You speak of it as though it was sacrosanct. But my prince was locked away and erased from existence by your smug and sanctimonious patron. Forgotten by all. I fixed that, but when we tried to restore our realm, our home, you opposed us. No different from what Mora and the other princes did in that distant millennium. Think of what could have been accomplished had not the Prince of Paths been vanquished from history. Do you not see? Just stand aside and let events flow as they may. As I feared, Hermaeus Mora sees so much but has blinded you. I respect you, mortal. Do what you must, and I shall do the same. Perhaps when reality has been rewritten and a new Miramor arises, you will have a different opinion. Consider what I have said. We Daedra may be immutable, but you mortals are not.
just heard the news. King Nantharion was killed, defeated by the Legion's mercenaries.
With the 3 relics that were once used to imprison Athelia restored, we must determine where to even begin our search for the Forgotten Prince. Before we discuss the idea that Skrewt and I derived, do you have anything else to report? Of course he does. But his faith in his prince has made him blind to the danger she poses to existence itself. These tears are spreading. Soon the fabric of reality may be too damaged to repair. We must find Athelia before that happens. An idea, yes, although Skrewt referred to it as a remote possibility. We should return to the loom of the untraveled road. Perhaps the Echoneer can reveal a lingering memory as to where Athelia has gone. But, Proxy, was Curate Gadain, well? That is, I am glad that Gadain is well. But, now we must return to Fargrave and make our way to the Chamber of the Loom. I dare not open a portal there directly, as the release of power when you destroyed it has made the area unstable. This portal will take us to Fargrave.
Watch yourselves. Who knows what dangers still lurk near the loom?
Gadain! I did not expect you. The loom of the untraveled road lies ahead of us. Stay alert for any of Miramar's danger. The gate to the loom is still open.
By the ancestors, look at this place. I remember when the walls of the necropolis were my entire world.
Tread carefully, Gadain. I prefer not to see any harm befall you.
I still have the amulet you gave to keep me safe. I couldn't bear to part with it.
I am glad it has been helpful, and that you still have it. More than I can say. The loom of the untraveled road. Damage beyond repair, still impressive. Use the Echoneer and see what memories remain.
Nothing! Damn them! Very well. If I cannot restore Miramor, I will create a new realm upon the festering cults of Apocrypha!
Apocrypha? Proxy, we must talk. The power Athelia absorbed when you destroyed the Lume. It has turned her into the very monster Hermaeus Mora foresaw. And now she plans to challenge him and take Apocrypha for herself. I fear we may not be able to change these spiraling fates. Change does not come naturally to the Daedric princes, not like it does for mortals. That is why the one who knows sought you out. You are correct about the change, but that was the result of untold power, not a conscious effort. The result of the way events played out in those other realities, I suspect. Daedric princes have no experience with the constant evolution and transformation of mortals. They are eternal, and have no point of reference for the transient. She was confused, vulnerable. That much I grant you. That, however, is not the same as being mortal. An intriguing notion. She saw other versions of herself. Is there a way to get her to see that and attempt to change her own perspective? We must consult Scrute. This shall require all of our combined knowledge if such a possibility truly exists. Scrute awaits us at Baragon's townhouse. Let us return there at once.
Everyone's back. Great. I've been doing my best to keep morale up while you were gone. But even my usually cheerful mood is under assault. More and more of those tears in reality keep appearing. We're running out of time. Did you learn anything useful at the Lume? Another assault on Apocrypha? The Great Eye still hasn't recovered from the last one. We already knew that Athelia had transformed into the monster Hermaeus Mora warned us about. I don't suppose you and Laramil have come up with a way to stop her. Daedra don't change. Daedric princes especially. It's their nature. We're not like you mortals, constantly reflecting on possibilities and remaking yourselves over and over. She's a monster, and will always be a monster. Different reflections? You mean the versions of Athelia that Laramil told me you encountered on the many paths? She also said that when you first encountered Athelia, she looked mortal and was confused and weak. At least by Daedric standards. You're right. Athelia has changed, and reflecting might just be the key. I read about a relic created by a mortal wizard. A mirror that revealed the innermost thoughts and dreams of the viewer. Laramil and I must consult some ancient texts. Obviously, we're going to need something connected to Athelia. I spotted a primordial shattered titan in the ruins of Scion while I was scouting instabilities. Retrieve a fragment from that ancient Daedra. We can use it to create the relic. It's very old. Ancient, even. One of the first things the Prince of Paths ever created. And it's big. How it got to the ruins of Scion, I have no idea. But it's there, and we can use it. Provided you can defeat it and bring back one of its shards.
I know those ruins. They're west of Skingrad.
Then let's not waste time. Let's go get this shard.
Agreed. We'll meet you there.